All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you and some reminders before we get into the main news. A lot of people saying, hey, MrSotko, I'm not getting any of your videos being sent to me or in my feeds or anything like that. And that's because YouTube doesn't show you your subscription feed anymore. You have to sort of click on that manually. They only show you the suggested feed. So you have to click that bell button next to the subscription icon. If you guys haven't already done that, please do that if you like watching the videos, because otherwise you're just not going to know that they come up because YouTube's fun new policies. Also hit the like button. That helps boost my video up something just a little bit for me there. But I want to talk to you guys about a couple things, some reminders, if you will, some two big things going on in the crypto world. One is Cardano and the other one is Ethereum. Two big things on the horizon that's going to help out their price situation quite a bit, in my opinion. The first thing is Cardano, the Alonzo hard fork. So the Alonzo hard fork comes in September. It's in testnet right now, and there's several phases to it. But in September, it goes live. And the Alonzo hard fork finally makes Cardano actually functionable, aside from just sending Cardano back and forth on the blockchain. We're going to have DeFi contracts and tokens and all that stuff that basically Ethereum has. And since Cardano has what I would call a bit of a cult following, in the same way that XRP sort of has a cult following, Cardano definitely does. And there's going to be a lot of hype, so those new tokens are going to be very hypey. Those first few tokens on the Alonzo hard fork on the Cardano blockchain are going to be very hypey and likely shoot up in price, regardless of what they are. I mean, don't find that surprising at all, considering we had Shiba Inu and Baby Doge and things like that also go like 1,000,000%. So this is nothing new. So there's going to be a lot of hype about this. There's going to be DeFi on it, actual smart contracts, possibly games, gambling, tokenization, all that sort of thing on the Cardano blockchain. So it's a hard fork that, once complete, introduces new features to the Cardano network, such as the development of new dApps and DeFi functionality, as well as tokens. So there's going to be some tokens that will come out on it, especially once these DeFi platforms come out on Cardano, and you'll be able to use your Cardano and swap for these tokens, which I think they're just going to shoot way up in price. Now, are they going to last that long? It's, you know, the first new tokens on the Cardano blockchain in September. Probably not. Who knows? But either way, I think they're going to be a good buy just because of all the hype of Cardano, and because it's a Cardano token, and crypto really doesn't need any other reason than that. The launch of Alonzo will take place in multiple phases, with each phase being identified by a color. So we got blue, white, purple, red, black staging, and then the Alonzo mainnet in September. So these next few months are basically just the test net to see how this will work. So then there'll be a series of sub-stages that, if all goes well, will lead to the deployment on the Cardano mainnet September of this year. The addition of the Alonzo upgrade will give Cardano the ability to compete with other decentralized financed ecosystems like Ethereum, Binance, Polkadot, Solana, and others. So that's going to be super big. And right now, Cardano is at a very low price point compared to what I think it's going to be in September, due to this hype wave. And then once tokens come out in DeFi, then people will actually have to be buying Cardano in order to swap for those, unless they have, you know, a multi-blockchain sort of situation there, which it'll probably just be Cardano for a little while. And that, we could probably easily see $2 Cardano. I wouldn't be surprised by $3 or more Cardano, but $2 is not too bad, considering we almost reached $2 Cardano during the previous little bull run there in May. And that's without any smart contracts, DeFi, tokens, or anything like that on the blockchain. So I think it's a really good buy right now, and I think this Alonzo mainnet is going to be something that, if anybody is interested in Cardano in the least, will want to get on as soon as possible. But moving on, of course, to the Ethereum London hard fork. That's going to be August 4th. So coming up very shortly here is when all of those fees start to get burned, all of that drama with the miners, etc., etc. It's all coming August 4th, so it's going to be great. EIP 1559 aims to reduce transaction fees through a somewhat controversial method. Instead of user having to send a gas fee to a miner for the transaction to be included in a block, EIP 1559 proposes that gas fees be set by the network. So you'll have the base fee, which will go up and down similar to a difficulty level of a coin. It'll sort of be set by the network depending on the usage of the coin. If it's if it's over 50% utilized, the fees will go up. If it's under 50% utilized, the fees will go down. And then you also have a miner tip as well. So that's kind of interesting. It doesn't really get rid of the pay for your transaction fee going faster. So it's still not complete in my opinion. So basically right now when you go to use a DeFi platform or something like that, MetaMask, etc., you'll see that medium, low, and high gas fees. And if you set the gas fee high, you're going to get your transaction through very quickly. It might help you with liquidity reasons if there's a rush to get or sell a token. And a lot of people have the money to pay for even higher, like a custom fee, even higher than the high GUI gas fee. That ensures that their transaction gets ahead of you. So when it comes to those IPOs or ICOs that are coming out on these various platforms, sort of making a rebound of the ICO, they're going to get theirs before you. They're also going to be able to have better liquidity on DeFi, etc., if they're willing to pay that extra amount. But EIP 1559 sort of gets rid of that. So the fees are set by the network, so everybody's going to pay the same fee. And when the network is low or medium usage, there's no reason to tip a miner, because if the blocks aren't filling up, then your transaction is going to get there as fast as everybody else's by using just the base fee. However, when the network is really, really congested, that is when miner tips are going to come in, because when it's really congested, your block is not going to get in right away. It's going to take forever. So you're going to add a miner tip, so essentially using that high GUI gas fee, if you will. And it's sort of a replacement for that. So you're still going to be able to tip. So the tipping doesn't really come into play when the usage is just medium or low. You still could and get your fee, your transaction or whatever through faster, but there really is no reason to do that. If the blocks aren't full, you're probably going to get in just as fast as everybody else. If you tip, you might get in a little bit faster, but for the most part, it's pretty irrelevant when there's low network usage, only when there's high. So essentially the new pricing mechanism will burn the fees. So all of the fees that we pay now, so right now it's 2 Ethereum per block, and right now we only have like 0.2 or 0.4 Ethereum for fees because the usage is very low. But during May, when the usage was at its max, we were seeing 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 Ethereum per block going to the miners. That will all be burned. So right now the inflation of Ethereum will just be slowed a little bit. So it's essentially like 2 Ethereum minus 0.2. So maybe we're just inflating by 1.8 Ethereum instead of just 2 or so. And then later on, when there's higher congestion, if it's up to 2, 3, 4, 5 Ethereum per block, that's when Ethereum will actually become temporarily deflationary. So it will depend on the network congestion, as if one block is 50% or more full with transactions, the fee is going to increase, and vice versa the other way. So EIP 3238, on the other hand, also coming in the London block, or hard fork, will target the difficulty time bomb. It's a feature that makes mining Ethereum increasingly more difficult. The idea is for mining to become so hard that miners will have no choice but to transition out of Ethereum 1 and move over to Ethereum 2. At the current difficulty, though, the network would reach this too soon. Initial plans indicated that EIP 3238 would delay the so-called time bomb until the second quarter of 2022. However, the more recently proposed EIP 3554 would, whose review period ends on July 14th, would postpone the difficulty bomb to show the effect the first week of December 2021. So it looks like Ethereum mining is going going to continue for a while, but they are trying to phase it away. So this is going to create an additional hype, especially once proof of stake fully comes out on Ethereum. That's going to encourage everybody to just restake their rewards instead of selling them, whereas proof of work right now, you're either just hodling or you're just selling your rewards right off the bat to pay for your electricity. And then once it goes to proof of stake, electricity is going to significantly decline, so you won't have that overhead, and you'll be more likely to take your rewards and just restake them, meaning more people are going to be hodling once proof of stake comes out, raising the price of Ethereum. So two big things on the horizon here. Ethereum's London hard fork very soon, August 4th, whereas Cardano's Alonzo mainnet will be in September. No date specifically in September just yet, but as we get closer, I will update on that. So moving on to some news from yesterday, Amazon was saying that they're going to, or other people were saying that Amazon was going to be accepting crypto soon, but Amazon now denies the rumored plans for Bitcoin support. So this is interesting because the in yesterday's video, I showed you the application that people could fill out to become the leader of the crypto for Amazon. I don't remember what the exact title was, but it was basically a high-level executive position to sort of roll out cryptocurrency for Amazon. And people are saying they're going to accept Bitcoin. And I'm saying they may accept Bitcoin, they may use BitPay, or they may likely also make their own token or stablecoin or something like that. But it didn't say anything about Bitcoin, BitPay, stablecoins, or anything like that, just hiring somebody to start creating this crypto process. So that's sort of what they're denying, is that they don't have plans for Bitcoin support right now, and they're denying Bitcoin, but yet they're still hiring somebody for crypto. So again, this doesn't completely destroy the rumor of Amazon accepting cryptocurrency or using cryptocurrency in some way. It just means, no, we're not thinking about Bitcoin at the moment. So Amazon has refuted recent speculation it may be readying support for Bitcoin, asserting it currently has no plans for Bitcoin. According to a Reuters report on Tuesday, citing a spokesperson from the firm, Amazon remains interested in the crypto industry but has no specific plans to onboard digital assets for payments just yet. Notwithstanding our interest in the space, the speculation that has ensued around our specific plans for cryptocurrencies is not true. They are hiring somebody, that is true, but they really probably don't want to talk about what exactly they're going to implement, whether it's just Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies or BitPay, or they're going to create their own token. However, the spokesperson did not deny that Amazon is researching crypto payments, adding, "We remain focused on exploring what this could look like for customers shopping on Amazon." On Thursday, Amazon posted a job opening for a digital currency and blockchain product lead. 4 days later, London City AM newspaper ran a story citing an insider who claimed Amazon was definitely preparing to support for Bitcoin payments and launch a native token, igniting frenzied anticipation for Amazon's purported crypto plans. Chinese crypto media outlets Wu Blockchain attributed Amazon's rumored plans to Monday's surging markets, during which Bitcoin gained roughly 15%. In less than 3 hours. And I argue that it was Amazon, Twitter, and Elon Musk considering reaccepting Bitcoin for Teslas as well. So you can see here that Amazon is denying the rumors for Bitcoin, yet they're still hiring blockchain people. So we don't know exactly what their plan is, and I'm not even sure if Amazon knows exactly what their plan is. I think they're hiring somebody who can go through all of the motions and start to work out, is Bitcoin best for us? Is BitPay best for us? Is it best that we create our own token and sort of use it within our own network or something like that? So again, this isn't really putting a damper on the actual story. It's just the previous story was a little bit sensational in saying that, oh, they're going to accept Bitcoin. They didn't say that, just the job opening said that, and some insider did. But moving on to some different news. Binance CEO says he's willing to step down as the world's biggest crypto exchange welcomes regulation. So if you use Binance a lot, welcome to that regulation. It's a coming real hard for you. Very few exchanges left without that regulation, aside from DeFi, I suppose. The boss of crypto exchange Binance says he's willing to step down from his role as the company seeks to become a regulated financial institution. And this comes following after everybody's sort of fudding on Binance, at least countries rather. The UK doesn't really want to do business with them. Various banks in the UK don't want to do business with them. Euro payments are stopped to Binance using your bank, etc. You can still use your credit card and whatnot, but there's a lot of FUD going on. And a lot of regulatory institutions, countries, etc., trying to get away from the non-KYC, trying to get away from having just all of their citizens accessing crypto exchanges. This is nothing new. And it's not particularly surprising to have exchanges being regulated lately. Speaking at a virtual press conference Tuesday, CZ said he had no immediate plans to quit his role, but the company does have a succession plan in place. We're going to pivot to be a fully regulated financial institution going forward. Zhao told reporters, adding that during the pivot, he would be very open to finding a replacement CEO with more regulatory experience. Binance is the world's largest digital currency exchange by trading volume. However, it come under intense regulatory scrutiny lately as authorities around the world seek to clamp down on the fast-growing crypto industry. In the UK, the Financial Conduct Authority banned Binance's British unit from undertaking any regulated activity. Binance was one of the many crypto firms that withdrew their applications to the UK's temporary licensing regime due to the failing to meet anti-money laundering requirements. And again, all of the countries are going to focus on that, the money laundering possibility of Binance and various other crypto exchanges. Regulators in Japan, Canada, and Italy have also clamped down on the firm, warning it is not authorized to operate in the countries. Binance aims to set up a number of regional headquarters around the world and will seek licenses wherever they're available, Zhao said. He said previously Binance has no official headquarters, except in Malta. Zhao insisted there were no immediate plans for his secession, adding Binance was keeping our options open. I'll be honored to continue to run Binance as a regulated financial institution until we find somebody who may do a better job. So again, all of the major crypto exchanges sort of under attack for money laundering, KYC, etc., etc. So it's only a matter of time till DeFi gets even larger. Moving on to CoinMarketCap for the day, 38,000 Bitcoin. We've seen a recent little dip. We moved to 48,000 Bitcoin and then sort of dipped back down to 38,000. Not surprising at all. We had 2,400 Ethereum down to 2246. But with the rise so quickly, I don't think we can really complain considering the 7-day percentage here is 27% increase, 24% for Ethereum, and 25 for Polkadot, in the 20s and teens for most of the cryptos, at least in the top 50. So we were just a few days ago at 30,000. So no complaints, back to 38,000. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video. That helps me out a lot. Also, once again, click that little bell button next to the subscribe button below, and then that way you'll actually get notifications for my videos instead of just having them fall off into the subscriber feed, which for some reason YouTube doesn't show anymore. Apparently that's not fun for YouTube anymore. Whatever. But that's all I have for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and as usual, I'll see you guys next time.